Hi, everyone. I was recently catching up with another coach colleague to recap the year and exchange observations on common client themes we're experiencing. And our shared takeaway is that it really seems like everyone is dysregulated to some degree, whether it's a heightened sense of anxiety or overwhelm or just feeling more stressed more often. 2025 has been a year in which it appears most of us have been struggling to maintain or achieve some semblance of inner calm and composure. And with the holidays upon us, a lot of us are now also dealing with, let's call them memorable family conversations. And if you're a first generation professional like me, those moments can come with an extra layer of emotional history. There's expectations, there's pressure, maybe even that one relative who still insists on revisiting your life choices from 2006. So today I want to walk you through a few quick techniques to help you get ahead of your anger and regulate your nervous system before a tense moment turns into a full-on emotional hijack. Now, these tips are meant to be quick and practical because, especially when you're trying to stay grounded in environments that can bring out old patterns, you don't really have time to do a whole meditative exercise. So, let's start with the first technique, which is just the power of a brief pause. When a comment lands the wrong way, your body usually reacts before your brain does. Your shoulders get tense, your breath gets shallow, your heart rate jumps, and suddenly your emotions have grabbed the steering wheel and your thinking brain hasn't even buckled in yet. And that's where this pause comes in. Here's all you have to do: inhale slowly through your nose, let your belly rise, hold it for a second, and exhale gently. That tiny beat, just those 2 or 3 seconds, interrupt the emotional surge and signals to your nervous system and says, hey, you're okay. Let's slow this down. You don't need to leave the room. You don't need a meditation cushion. You just need a moment to breathe and ground your feet on the floor. The second technique is one I use with leaders all the time, which is to name what you're feeling. Here's the thing. Many of us have been repeatedly exposed to toxic, high control environments or workplaces that end up creating an internal trauma response called alexithymia, a state of being where one has difficulty understanding or identifying and even describing one's own feelings. So, practicing naming what you're feeling is a highly effective method for helping to reorganize your nervous system and get ahead of the reflex to act or speak impulsively. So silently to yourself, say something like, I'm feeling tense. I'm feeling dismissed. I'm feeling overwhelmed. Naming the emotion helps your brain shift from raw reaction to self awareness. And that awareness gives you options. So instead of reacting on autopilot, you get to choose how you want to show up. It's simple, it's fast, and it works. Now, here's a subtle point that we're too often very ready to overlook. Sometimes the frustration isn't about the person in front of you at all. Sometimes it's self pressure, or it's an old pattern, or it's an expectation you've been carrying quietly. Especially for first generation professionals, these layers can run very deep. You might be navigating unspoken responsibility, family history, or just old narratives about who you're supposed to be. So when irritation sparks, ask yourself, is this about them, or is this about something I'm carrying? That moment of honesty can help you shift from defensiveness into clarity, allowing that energy to shift off of your nervous system so you can begin processing it. So, as you head into the holidays at the end of the year, both at work and at home, here's your 3 step game plan. You're going to pause, you're going to name what's happening inside of you, and then you're going to give yourself grace and practice a little self kindness. It's not going to make every interaction flawless, but regulating your nervous system will help you stay steady, grounded, and in choice. That's a huge win when emotions are running high. So remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about giving yourself enough space to show up for yourself in a way that you can respond with intention instead of reaction. Thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.